Hello, everybody. This is Bruce Cameron along with Mike Bolt, who is keeper of the cup, and we're at the dressing room here with the Stanley Cup right there. Mike here is handling that situation here, handling it nice. Mike, you just got into town. Pretty exciting stuff.
Oh yeah, I was looking forward to coming up to Thompson, Manitoba. I've never been up here before. I got in a few hours ago. Actually, just did a little driving around town. Looks like a great place and a little chilly.
Yeah.
But no, it's great to be here and great to be here for the kids.
Well, that's the most exciting thing that's came to Thompson in such a long time, and you guys showed up with the cup. And I know you got you're on time restraint, and you're going to be out of here pretty fast. So let's talk a little bit about that. People are probably going to be wondering. Stanley Cup came to town, and nobody was here to really see it except these young guys. What's the reason behind that?
Well, Scotiabank, it's a surprise, and they're here to just surprise one local hockey team, and that's why it makes it special. We do stuff with hometown hockey occasionally, but the Cup has such a busy schedule that it can't be sitting anywhere for 3-4 days at a time. I mean, I'm heading out, grabbing a flight out of here tonight, and tomorrow I'll be flying out of Winnipeg and heading to Phoenix. We'll be with the Coyotes, and I got another event coming up with the Devils. I mean, I can tell you where I was. It was in British Columbia the day before that, Philadelphia the day before that, Nashville, New Orleans, Florida. So, I mean, the Stanley Cup is one very, very traveled trophy.
Yeah, it's been around, 100 years?
123.
123 to be exact. First team to win the Stanley Cup was the Montreal Canadiens?
No.
Who won the first Stanley Cup?
The Montreal Amateur Athletic Association in 1893.
You got me on that one, eh?
I can probably get. He was the first American team to win the Cup.
First American team. Would have been in New York? Nope. Who was it? No idea.
No idea?
No. Detroit?
Seattle Metropolitans.
Oh, okay.
1917.
How about Kenora? Kenora won the Cup.
Kenora, they did, yeah.
Yeah. Kenora won the Cup.
1907.
You know that?
Yeah, I do. It's inside the bowl.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
Yeah. They beat the Montreal Wanderers in 1907.
Now, that cup weighs about 35 pounds.
35 pounds.
It stands about 3 feet.
Yeah, a little over 3 feet.
Yeah. Everybody is synonymous with Phil, and then when Mike shows up, everybody goes, well, who's Mike? But Mike is you travel more than Phil. So
I get that a lot. I'm on the road over 200 to 250 days a year. Phil is my boss. Phil will be meeting me in Phoenix tomorrow. We're bringing down a Hockey Hall of Fame display also down to the event with the Coyotes. So he's bringing that down, and we will meet up, and then I'm actually taking off and going to New Jersey. He'll stay in Phoenix, and I'll continue on. Phil and Craig are the guys that presented at the Stanley Cup Finals. Myself and Howie Borrow are the guys that start taking over the day after the Cup's won, and we start doing all the team stuff from the parades and all the kind of the week of partying in the city that's won, and then we start the individual tour right after. Well, we have the awards, the NHL draft that we bring the Stanley Cup to, and then we start the world tour where we're literally around the world, depending on the players that are on the winning team.
Looking from the outside in, Mike, it looks like a pretty exciting job to be able to travel around and meet all those people. And is it taxing for you?
It's a great job. Working for the Hockey Hall of Fame was a thrill when I got the job back in '95, and then when I got appointed to this in 2000, it was truly an honor, a privilege, and it still is today. Is it taxing? Yeah, there are times. I mean, I had a day the other day. It took me, I think, about 32 hours to get where I was going. I'm not going to go through it, but it was a taxing day. I hadn't slept in a bed in a while, but these are the things you have to do to get the Cup from A to B sometimes, and we don't do things geographically. Like I said, I'm going to Phoenix next, which is not exactly close here to where we are right now in Thompson here.
Like looking from my perspective, it looks like a glory job, but you got a lot of responsibility here. You got to really watch where that cup's going, who's handling it, how they're handling it. There's a lot to the job, I would think.
Well, I'm doing this interview with you, and the cup's still in my side vision here, so I'm still keeping an eye on it at all times while the kids are taking their pictures and making sure they're having a fun but safe and respectful time with it, of course.
Yep. No, that's the original cup, Mike. We're not talking about the one that's sitting in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well, I'll break it down for you. The actual original bowl that's came off this trophy in the mid-'60s. The original bowl is in the Hockey Hall of Fame that Lord Stanley donated. Everything else on there is original. Yes, this is the official Stanley Cup. We call it the presentation. This is the one that goes on the ice, the one that travels the world, the one the players get to have their day with, the one that comes and does events like this. And, there's a second version, I guess for a better word, that sits on display at the Hockey Hall of Fame in Toronto when this one's traveling.
This one here's got some errors in it. There's some people that shouldn't be on there and some spelling errors on there.
Yeah, there's all.
That makes it unique, right?
Well, that's also one way you can tell the two apart between this and the second version. In '84, Peter Pocklin put his father on the cup.
That's what I'm saying
And they exited out. His father, Peter Pocklin's father, had nothing to do with the team, so they exited out. Basil Pocklin, and there's a bunch of X's going across the name in 1984. The Toronto Maple Leafs in '62, '63 is spelled Toronto Maple Leafs.
Oh.
The New York Islanders in '80, '81 is spelled New York Islanders, left out the S. And Boston Bruins in 1972 is spelled BQSTQN. And then we've got some players that have been spelled wrong over the years, like Bob Gainey left out the E one year. Ted Lindsay's name spelled wrong. Jacques Plante on there 5 different times wrong.
Wow,
and then we have guys like Adam Debmarsh, who had his name spelled Debmarsh in '96, and he was the first guy to ever have his name corrected. Manny Legacy in '02, they spelled it L-A-G instead of L-E-G. We had it corrected. And then Christopher Steek in 2010 also had his name spelled wrong, and we got it corrected. So, it's something that, you work your whole life to get your name on it, and if your name is spelled wrong, we do correct it. And like I mentioned, Ted Lindsay and Jacques Plante and Bob Gainey, well, they've had their names on there a few times, and it kind of gives part of the Stanley Cup lore that their names are spelled differently on the cup.
And some of those rings, I think, they're not all the rings are on there, are they?
No, you're right. So when the bottom fills up, we've got 3 years left on the bottom. And when the bottom fills up, we'll take the top ring off the Stanley Cup, move everything up, and put a new ring on the bottom. We do that every 13 years. The ring that comes off goes into the Hockey Hall of Fame, actually goes in the vault where the original bowl sits, and the ring gets mounted on a wall.
Wow. Now, after this, Mike, you're on the road again, right? You're heading out to, you were saying Phoenix. This is where you're going. What's going on there?
Well, we got an event with the Phoenix Coyotes. We're bringing down a Hall of Fame display. And, just again, the Stanley Cup helps promote hockey. And, again, it's a place that, they don't get to see the Stanley Cup very often, and the Stanley Cup is fan-friendly. It's the People's Trophy, and that's what Lord Stanley envisioned. He donated it to the people of Canada, and that's what the Hockey Hall of Fame and the National Hockey League are really good at doing, is bringing it to the people, to our great fans, and touring it around the world. And so that's why we're going to Phoenix, to see the great fans in Phoenix.
Where's some of the strangest things that you've seen with that cup? I know I've read some stories, some strange stuff. What have you seen that's been some
Well, I've seen a lot of different things. Guys will eat some cereal out of it in the morning, or ice cream sundaes, a variety of...
Somebody slept with it.
Oh, yeah, a few guys have slept with it overnight. And, we've also had, guys go on top of mountains with it and get some photos. We also have done... guys have gone golfing with it, where they put it in the golf cart, and off we go, put it on the tee box or on the green. Had a couple guys actually rig up a harness on the back of their motorcycles, where they rode the Stanley Cup into their party. We had Steve Eiserman, Sidney Crosby, name a couple guys that have actually taken on their Sea-Doos, slap a life jacket on it for safety reasons, and let them go for a boot around the lake with the Stanley Cup.
What do you do, Mike, when they do that, when they're whipping around there?
Well, I'm either in another boat or on the dock, just keeping an eye on things. And, you get a feel for the guys and knowing that they're going to be respectful and have, you want them to have some fun with it. I mean, they've earned that right, and as long as it's not going to hurt it and disrespect it, we're always open to new ideas.
What's it been like being in that building when the cup is just about to be presented? I see them, you're bringing that cup out there at the last minute, and it's, you know who's going to win the cup now. It's 3-1 maybe, but you can see the fans are in a feverish pitch now because that cup is going to go.
Well,
What's that feel like to you?
Well, again, I told you earlier, Phil and Craig are the guys that presented. I have been in the building once before when the cup was presented. But, I remember last year I was sitting watching the game in L.A., I think it was Game 2, and, you hear the fans chanting, "We want the cup, we want the cup." And that gives you goosebumps knowing that you're so close and a part of it, and knowing that the Stanley Cup at that Game 2, it's sitting in my hotel room. Wow. And then the home opener, I've had the privilege of being able to walk it out on the ice in the home opener and bring it out to center ice. And it's an amazing feeling. You hear the cheers as you get closer and closer to the ice, and I know it's for that thing, but you get to feel a part of it, and you do get goosebumps, and it's pretty cool.
There's not a cup around that has that kind of aura around it, is there?
There's no other trophy in sports like it. We've had this up against some Super Bowl trophies like we've had in Dallas, and that's such a football town. Yes. That you think that they're going to have a bigger lineup for the Vince Lombardi Trophy, but no, the Stanley Cup always has a bigger line everywhere it goes.
Yeah, and for you, it's been 16 years for you.
Yeah.
And is that something that you're going to carry on as long as?
Oh, I enjoy
paid position as well.
I earn every penny of it for sure. It is still a job. I love what I do, and continue to do it as long as I like doing it, and being on the road as long as I am. At times it can be tough, but I still love doing it. I still love being around the fans. I still love being around the NHL and the actual players that actually have a day with it. I build a lot of great friendships in the National Hockey League, and Like, I'm looking forward to going to New Jersey and seeing some of the guys from the '95 Devils. We're celebrating the 20th anniversary there, and I know a few guys. Like, I know Marty Brodeur really well, and Scott Stevens and Ken Danico, so it'll be great. And Scott Niedermeyer, so it'll be great to see those guys again, and of course Lou Lamoriello.
And before you go, there's where'd that picture go? Right here. Okay, there was a picture right here. See the Mud Cup's in there, and Paul, take a look at that. That was in '08, that was, and now one cup keeper to the other cup keeper. There we go. Put that away. Anyway, thanks for signing that for me, Mike, and that was pretty good. But anyway, you're going to be off and running here right away, and
yeah, we're probably only here for another less than an hour actually, and then we got to head out. I mean, I know it's a short stop. We'd obviously love to be out here longer in Thompson, but the schedule just doesn't dictate that.
Well, and it's almost like that, you see. A lot of times it's like that. It's in and out, in and out.
Well, everywhere you go, it doesn't matter whether you're in Thompson or you're in a big city like Calgary or even New York for that matter. Not everybody's going to be able to see the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
And it's just, you just can't accommodate everybody, and this is why this is meant to be special for these kids. And if we let everybody come here, it wouldn't be special for these kids. So this is what's kind of the unique about it.
Yeah, well, I really appreciate you doing this with us, Mike. This is really exciting stuff. It's the biggest thing to come to this town quite some time, I'll tell you that.
Well, that's what Calmair said when I flew in. They've never had such a celebrity on board before, and I got a little mobbed at the airport. We're trying to keep it a secret. I don't know how well of a job we did, but I don't think it was very good. But
it wasn't too bad.
Anywhere you go, word gets out pretty quick that the Stanley Cup's around.
You pulled it out of the box at the airport. You had it sitting up on a stand there, did you not?
Yeah, well, there were some kids there that were from about 6 hours north of here, and I was like, I told the teacher he could take a picture, nobody else, because I didn't want to tweet it or social media there. I guess obviously I heard somebody leaked it out, but I get it. It's a unique opportunity. I had a couple of minutes to spare. I wanted to thank Calmair for helping me get it up here because I was on a really, really tight schedule. I'm not going to get into logistics, but Calmair went above and beyond helping us get up here today.
Well, that's great, Mike. And anything to add, Mike?
No, it's just great to be here, and I hope everybody has a great time at Hometown Hockey.
Well, it was great to have you here. And, yeah, don't forget Hometown Hockey coming this weekend, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Mike, one of the greatest guys right there, handling the Stanley Cup, bringing it to our city. Thanks, Paul, for filming this, and this has been a Shaw presentation. Thanks for watching.